around, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really give two, put my deuce up, I will not live in a...
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Now a throw here, hauled in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But you look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That is caught on the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
In motion left goes Myers.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they pitch to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Racing to the end zone.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Tremont Smith. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make it 13-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st down, Lance.
He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Here's Lance. This one swung out to Williams.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And Lance going to throw.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Robert Spillane.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Adams, the man in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Myers in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and 9 here.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Trey Lance,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 1. Eluding the pressure right.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Back to throw again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the excited thinking his guy was open, that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now Lance. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Lance. Same connection. Dulcich once again.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
43 yards.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Lance now on first down.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. Renfro, the motion man. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 98 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself
how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a diving catch right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Down to the 10.
And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And there he goes again. Look at him go inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Second and 4. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
123 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to speed things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 11. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. Touchdown, Raiders! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Now receiver in motion left. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Shotgun now for Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, He thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And Lance now to throw.
And the Raiders have got him.
Marcus Epps in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll set up a throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's 1st down. Lance looking to throw it.
His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance finding Sutton.
And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Heading into the tunnel as it